Hi Art Guild. This is our last activity for the year, and today we're going to be making some puppets. So what you're going to need is some paper. I'm using a big piece of blue paper. You're going to need some sticks, some like barbecue skewers. I don't know if you can see that, like this. Little barbecue skewers, or popsicle sticks work really well. You're going to need a pair of scissors. I've got really big adult scissors. Be careful with yours. You're gonna need a marker, some tape, and then something to poke a hole with. I'm using something called an awl, but you might use like a pencil or something. I think like a sharp pencil would be good. And then you're gonna need some of these. This is either some paper clips, if you can see that, or some twist ties. And these come in like little little bits that have a little wire inside of a plastic bit. You can find them around the kitchen usually, and these are really nice and easy to use. So these would be, I think, the best. Okay, so first what we're going to do is we're going to be actually making a drawing. We're going to make a character that is just a puppet from the waist up, so heads and arms, and I'm going to show you how to put them together so that they move. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a rectangle with a circle attached for a body and a head. And then I'm going to draw some longer rectangles that will become his arms. And on some of these I'm going to put some hands like that, so you can see that. Okay. And then what I'd like you to do is just spend some time cutting them out. And of course, I'll show you a trick to make cutting it out a little easier. And that is that, you can tell that I have this really large piece of paper. And so if I wanted to cutting out little details and turning it around with this big paper is hard. But if I take all my hands and I just cut the basic smaller shape out, just this, then I can put the big piece of paper away and I can just work with this because it's a lot easier to move around. Okay, and again, I'll cut these into small pieces. And the reason this has 4 arms is because we're going to be making a puppet that actually can move. So I'm going to show you how to how to connect these parts together so that they can move around. Okay, so for example, if I have this part of the arm and this part of the arm are going to get attached together. And then they're going to get also attached to the body so that they can move around up and down, and then his elbow can move as well. So let's talk about how to make those attachments real quick. Let me just finish cutting this part of the neck out. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the upper part of the arm, I'm going to put it together like this, like put it right on top. I can put it in front or behind. And I'm going to take my pencil or I'm using an awl, and I'm going to carefully poke a hole through that, just like that. So I poked a hole through it. And then I'm going to take one of my twist ties. So one twist tie, and I'm going to put it through the hole, like that. Okay? And then to make it so that the arm doesn't fall off is I'm just going to roll the twist tie, or make it into like a little ball, so that it doesn't fall off. I'm going to do that on the front side, and I'm going to do it on the back side. Okay, so there you go. And now you have this arm that you can move around. Kind of cool, huh? Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing for the upper arm. So that's that part, and let's do another part of the arm here. So I'm going to overlap these two and poke a hole through them with my pencil or with my awl. This is, the awl is called an AWL. It's not an ALL. It's It's spelled A-W-L in awl. It's used for sewing, poking holes and things for sewing. Okay, so I got another hole here, and now I need to put in another twist tie. There's another twist tie going through there. And then roll it into a ball on both sides. Cool. And now I got this arm that articulates. Okay, now the next thing I want to do with these is I'm going to also attach a hole to the end of his arm. And this one is similar to the other ones, but this time, instead of it being attached to another piece of paper, I'm going to attach this to a stick. And that might be a point where you need a piece of tape. But I'll take this and attach it basically to some sort of a stick, so that when I'm holding my puppet, I can hold a stick like this and I can move his arms around and make him do the gestures. Put his arms over here. He's dabbing. Put his arms over here. He can rub his belly. Okay, so you get the idea. You have a little like puppet stick. So here's one that I made already. This is my robot. And what's cool about him is I also used a stick on the back. So I glue one stick here so I can hold on to him. And then I have the arms on this side. So you can see that I've got one connection in his shoulder, one in his elbow, and then the last little bit is the tie, the twist tie attached, taped to this stick so I can move the arm. And then also the other arm. Okay, and I think if you like, the longer the sticks are, the better. That way you can hold one of them and you can move his arms around independently like this. Okay, so what's cool about these guys is that they're actually, this is a type of puppet that is made for shadow puppet shows. So you would normally take this puppet and you would put like a piece of paper in front of him. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Yeah, you won't be able to see it here. Let's see. But you can basically make shadows. See how his shadow is there? And so people used puppets like these to shine a light on, and then that light would show its shadow up on a wall, and they would do this little show. So you didn't see any of the details, and you didn't see the connections anymore. You just saw the shadow of this puppet up on the wall, and then people would have different puppets, and they would interact with each other and have whole puppet shows. Okay, so that's pretty simple. My guy's a robot. You guys can make any sort of character that you want, but I would love it if you would build your puppets first and then spend some time either playing with them like behind a chair or something. You can use something like this and be like, here's my puppet popping out. Hello, bye guys, see ya. Okay, and so you can make cool shows like that as well. So I hope that you guys have a wonderful summer, and I hope that you enjoy this project, and maybe I will see you for guilds in the talk on Friday. Maybe I won't. I'll probably show up, and then keep an eye out for other art projects that are going to be posted on the TE website. I'm going to put together a big long list of things that you guys can do over the summer to have some more fun building puppets or making drawings or going outside and just staying engaged in art making throughout the summer. So I miss you all, and I hope to see you very soon. Bye.